What is hatching, Tuggy Peeps? OldManTup coming at you today with our Week 6 matchup versus Under the Radar and Kelly. And I want to first off apologize for not getting out the videos this week that I said I would after my match with Leo. Got some unfortunate news. My dog has been very sick the past couple of days, and if he does not improve come Monday, he will be going up to puppy heaven and joining some of the fiercest of dogs in the history of mankind. So, been a very unhappy time around the household, just trying to spend as much time with the dog as possible because he hasn't shown a lot of improvement since Wednesday, and it's Saturday now, so things are not looking fantastic in that sense. But we're going to shake that off. We're going to get into this battle video, and we're going to see what we got against Kelly. We're just going to do a quick, hopefully couple minute breakdown. This is what he could have brought. Kelly's team going into this week was Arbok, Darmanitan, Mesprit, Melodic, Alolan Raichu, Mega Sableye, Superior, Stakataka, Wigglytuff, and Zygarde. Now, something I noticed right off the bat, he has one Ghost immunity / resist. Just one. So, the first thing we plopped on the team was Miss Magius. Now, we'll do a quick rundown of what we got. And actually, the first thing we brought was Burninator because it doesn't have a very good switch in to our Megazard X. And it is Jolly, just enough speed to outpace Zygarde and Darmanitan, because I believe they're both base 95 speed. But that puts us Jolly, max attack, rest in HP. Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, and Roost. Poke Paste to this team will be in the description down below if you want to get a in-depth look at this team. Next we have Requiem. We're bringing Musharna back this week because Musharna just sponges physical hits from his team so well. And we can Calm Mind up in his face. We're super slow, so if he gets Stakataka in, now granted we don't have good coverage against Stakataka, but even if he gyro balls, we don't have to worry about that. So we got 29 base speed, so that is amazing. We got Synchronize, so if something poisons us like Mega Sableye, we can Toxic it full free. So that's amazing. Kind of looking at that, or also possibly Burn coming in there. But we have Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Psyshock, and Moonlight. Like I said, that does super awesome damage across everything on his team that isn't named Stakataka. So, next we got Billy Idol with Fire EMZ, Technician, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Hidden Power Ground. Excellent coverage against his team. I really don't think he's going to be switching in a Zygarde against this because we have the possibility of HP Ice and or Dazzling Gleam. But just enough speed with Timid Nature to outspeed, what was it, max speed Melodic or something right around the 80 speed tier, if I'm not mistaken. Next, one of my favorite sets coming into this week, Trophy Wife, the Miss Magus, Choice Scarf, obviously Levitate. We can't have any other ability because it doesn't have any. I don't think it has a hidden ability. It might, but it's probably not as good. But this is as much speed as we need to outpace, I think, whatever is. Does he have a base 100? I don't remember already. But we're Timid, 180, Evs in speed. With the Choice Scarf, that allows us to outspeed, I don't remember what the fastest thing on his team was. Barnacles, I forget. But we got Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Destiny Bond, and Trick. Now, I know what you're thinking, tough. Choice Scarf Trick. Or, Choice Scarf Trick. Choice Scarf Destiny Bond. I mean, this is an emergency button against some of the things on his team that can set up in our face that we can't one-shot. So, that's real good. If we can pull that off and save our butts, that would be amazing. Next, we got Hariyama, just because we really don't have a good special wall against a lot of mainly Superior. So, Standard Superior is super, super scary, but we are careful. Max Special Defense, max HP with the Assault Vest. So, Ice Punch isn't a guaranteed one-hit KO, but if we can get status, it is. We have Knockoff, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Poison Jab. Again, this is more if he gets a Trick Room set up, because he's got Stack Attack, and every time I play Stack Attack, it sets Trick Room up in my face, and I have issues with it. This is comes in and hits everything that isn't slower than it super well, and just pwns their face. Last but not least, we have Dad Bod. This week we have near max speed. I forget what we were outspeeding with this specific set. Whatever is below base 86 speed on the other team. But aside from that, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Trick, and Defog. Now, I had choice specs on this set when I built this team. The boys in the front office, and I can say that because they are all men, the boys in the front office said we should be running Trick, Scarf this week because of things like Superior, which are going to be the answer to this 100% of the time. And I was just like, but we can hit it harder with the Volt Switches. And I left it up to a vote because I do believe in democracy, because they have been doing fantastic with the team builds when I've need them, which has been quite a few weeks this season because I've just been super busy with real life. And we've hit the 5-minute mark, and I'm going to be sad because I said I only wanted 5 minutes. But anyways, that was the set this week. We did ultimately vote swing toward choice specs, or choice scarf, so we are not specs, but it will say specs in the Poke Paste. But anyways, we're going to dive into this match. We do lead Miss Magus, just because looking at what he did bring, which was Darmanitan, Zygarde, Mega Sableye, Stack Attacka, Superior, and Arbok. Arbok, one of my favorite Pokemon. I actually commissioned Lady Kubu. Shout out to Lady Kubu, who did my Pirattata layout. Did a full body of me and an Arbok, and I loved it. Arbok, one of my favorite Pokemon of all the time. But anyways, let's dive into this match since we've been talking for almost 7 minutes and see if we can pick up that first W of the season versus Under the Radar, aka Kelly, who I think I've only played once in league play, and that was the MPA if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure he beat us because he's just fantastic, and my computer is being a jerk and giving me notifications in the middle of a battle. What the heck? Like I said, we lead with Miss Magus. He's going to lead with a Choice Scarf Darmanitan. We're just going to send out Nope, we're going to send out Dad Bod here. What was I thinking? He's going to go for the U-turn. My head was still in last week versus Leo, and that U-turn does so much damage. But then I'm just like, oh yeah, we're not bulky, we're speedy. So he's going to send out Grass Snack here, and he does have a fairly snacky team. And we're just going to Volt Switch out, and we're just like, okay. Unfortunately, now he knows that we're Choice Scarf. And we're probably going to get a Leaf Storm or something coming in. So we're going to go to our answer to this, and that is the Harry Mama. Coming in, Harry Mama. You get a Leaf Blade, so I'm just like, okay, this is going to be an interesting set. And that does about 25% to us, so I'm just like, okay, he isn't going to stay in and continue to do this, but that also means that he's probably not a special set, which is Bueno, which makes this much more expendable. So we're going to go for the Ice Punch, and that does sad amounts of damage. And we're just like, oh yeah, we are not invested in that this week. We're invested in other things. So he's going to Mega Up, and we're just going to go for the Earthquake because I want to gauge some damage, get some more information from my calcs. And this tells me he's almost completely physically defensive, which is great for us. And we are going to see the Foul Play here. I was kind of baiting a status move here because we are the Guts and would have just boomed his face at that point. We're going to go out into Dad Bod here thinking he's just going to try and recover up. And he doesn't have fantastic options to switch into Hydro Pumps. I mean, he's got Superior, but that thing can only take hits for so long. And we do just switch out here because I didn't think he was going to try and switch in Zygarde, which is his only electric immunity this week. And we're just going to go out into Masharna because we do have that D-Gleam. So he is going to recover up here, and based off the damage we've done, we can get a pretty good idea that he isn't especially defensive. So he's going to go out into Koba here, and we do just D-Gleam. Not trying to get too cheeky early, but had we set up a Calm Mind right there, we would have been sitting in a really good position. Now, I want to try and gauge the damage this is going to do to us, and that takes us down to almost exactly half. We're going to Moonlight up, and after the... we're 1 HP away from exactly half. So that did just over exactly half. So we can Moonlight in this thing's face and just be bueno. So he's going to go back out into Grass Neck here. We are just going to go for the Psyshock. And that is going to take a hefty chunk of damage. We're going to switch out here, though. Seeing that we've seen physical attacks, it's very possible they're running a coil set because Superior can be run very bulky. And he's going to show the Synthesis here, which definitely hints me more to the fact that he could very, very possibly be a coil set at this point. Because he's got the speed, and he can start setting up coils. Again, we're going to pull a cheeky double here because we know he's not going to stay and take an Ice Punch to the face because he knows he can't kill us. We're going to go right back out into Masharna, which puts us in a really good position because he goes right into Bedazzled. So he's going to go out into Grass Neck here, and we are just going to set up a Calm Mind, get a little bit cheeky, and see how early we can start putting some holes in this team, because if we can wear and tear at this team, Megazard X sets up a Dragon Dance and wins. So he does reveal the coil here. I'm like, okay, not too bad. We are going to go for a Psyshock, which unfortunately, because he set up the coil, is going to negate our Calm Mind because it does damage based off his defensive stat. But we're going to start Calm Minding up here because even though he is going to be at +2, Masharna is going to laugh in the face of the physical attacks from this thing because, unfortunately for Superior, its physical attack is not outstanding. Get yourself some Sauce Bucks coffee. It's not the best coffee, but they're not the best competitive Pokemon team. So, it's fitting. Now, he's going to go for a devastating Drake here, and I'm just like, okay, I see you, big dog. This may take us out, considering he's at +2 or 3, and I'm just like, oh... This is going to be based off an Outrage, fairly certain. It's going to hit us pretty hard, but at full health, take it like a champ. Like a champ. And we're just like, get out of here with that business, Superior. We don't got time for that. But unfortunately, we are now at a point where a Flare Blitz will take us down. Kelly knows that, is going to bring this right back out. And we're going to switch out into Dadbod, who is relatively, I don't want to say he's worthless at this point, but he's just kind of a sack. Now, granted, we do have the Hydro Pump for days on things. He's going to switch out here. He's going to go right back out into Bedazzled. We are going to drop that Hydro Pump, and it is going to do a ton of damage. Now, were we Specs, that is a clean 2-hit KO. But unfortunately, we did roll with the Scarf, which didn't help us a ton in this match, except against the Superior, the one turn we Volt switched on it. But it revealed to him immediately what we had. Now, I was a bit surprised that he was switching out his Darmanitan there on the Dadbod, for the simple reason that he would have outsped us and killed with a Flare Blitz for the second hit, but I guess he was just saving damage. We're going to switch out Hariyama here because it doesn't really have a lot of use after the Superior went down, and I'm just trying to get chip damage off for the Flare Blitz on this thing. Now, because of the fact that he switched out the last time, I thought, okay, maybe he isn't Scarf. But at this point, he reveals that he is. I thought maybe he was going to be some weird set that he was trying to save his item for till the very end. like maybe a like charcoal set or something really funky, or yeah, I don't even know. But anyways, we know we're faster than him here. He's gonna send out Sneck, which is his Arbok. He's gonna get the Intimidate off, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna get the Shadow Ball off, and Arbok just gonna show how big of a tank it is and take that less than 50% damage. Now, we do get the special defense drop on the Shadow Ball, which is excellent because it means 2 more is going to kill it after the Black Sludge recovery, where it wouldn't have before. And this is going to take him super close. Now, he's going to reveal the Crunch, and it isn't going to be enough to kill us. And we knew based off his bulk that it wouldn't be. Now, I'm going to switch out here because I'm super hesitant on the fact that he may have the Sucker Punch, and at that range it would have killed us. Now, he doesn't have it, and had we just stayed in and dropped another Shadow Ball on it, it would have preserved Roserade a little bit. We wouldn't have had to reveal the fact we were HP ground, but nothing we can do about that at this point. He turns out he didn't have the Sucker Punch. So he's going to bring in his Zygarde here. Now, he's going to Dragon Dance up. And right here, I should have just straight switched into my Mismagius, but I didn't want to risk him setting just being like a Choice Scarf 1,000 Arrows, which was a huge issue for my team in prepping. And I thought that he might be, but he's going to show the Dragon Dance here. We do get the Z Sunny Day off, which is going to make sure that he attacks us this turn. At plus 1,000 arrows is going to kill us with a neutral hit all the time because we were not at all bulk invested. But it stopped him from setting up anymore. So it's going to allow us to bring in Trophy Wife. He can't Extreme Speed us. He's going to have to 1,000 arrows, and we're going to drop the D-Bond here. Now, if he Dragon Dances, the game is over. But he has to at least think that there's a possibility that we are Hidden Power Ice or Dazzling Gleam. We didn't have the HP Ice, but we get that Destiny Bond off and we stop this thing from sweeping us. One hit KO. Got him. So glad that Dazzling Gleam pulled off in the end. Now, unfortunately here, the Sunlight is out. And we're below a range we would have lived minus a severe low roll. But the Sunlight's out and is going to guarantee that he kills us, which I didn't really factor in until after I had realized that the Sunlight was out. So he's going to send out Bedazzled here. We have to Dragon Dance this turn because we need to be able to outspeed that Darmanitan. We don't know 100% exactly what the set is, but Darmanitan can run Earthquake, and that should be able to kill us regardless. So we're going to set up the Dragon Dance here, and with him being completely physically defensive, we are going to have to go for the Flare Blitz to guarantee a KO. Sunlight is going to fade that turn, unfortunately. But, or no, we did go for Dragon Claw that turn. After the +1, it guaranteed a kill. That was why we set up that turn, and yeah, okay. Now here we have to go for the Flare Blitz because 2 Dragon Claws won't kill. He's on an Air Balloon, not that that matters because we don't have Earthquake. Flare Blitz is going to do more than 50%. It is going to pop his balloon there. Now, I really thought about going for a Roost here just to try and keep as much health as possible, because I figured he would go for a Gyro Ball trying to get as much damage as possible. But ultimately, it only gave us 1 Flare Blitz damage. And I'm thinking at this point, I mean, I could have just kept roosting and tried to stall out the Trick Room to beat it. And I mean, that would have maybe given me a better chance. But he's going to go for the Rock Slide here. He's going to secure the kill. And Kelly is going to beat us at a very, very close, insane match 1-0 victory for Under the Radar and the Maryland Torterrapins. Kelly congrats to you in the victory. He's doing very well this season in the WBE, as most would have expected, as Kelly is one of the finest draft league battlers. He got a super scary team with all the snacks. But yeah, go check him out. His link will be in the description among the coaches. Don't forget, if you want a better breakdown of the team, because I didn't give super details, you can check the PokePaste for it in the links in the description. It should be at the very top of the description. But anyways, guys, thank you for sticking through this. I haven't had a ton of time to dump into videos with the aforementioned issue with the dog, so I apologize. I haven't had a lot of time to dump into layouts and stuff like that, and the next couple videos are probably going to be very basic. My battle with Galactic Elliot, I will get that out as soon as possible. I'm hoping to get it out by the end of the weekend. So again, I'm super sorry that that is so late. That is not meant to be a slight at Elliot or anything like that, because we had a fantastic match and love Elliot and everything he does. But anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed that Destiny Bond kill on that +1/+1 Zygarde, hit me with a fierce stab in the comment section down below. And anyways, guys, I've been OldManTup. Once again, thank you very much for sticking by. Your support means the world, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.